Good evening, I'm Matt Woodman. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, city cleanup. Edmonton calls in reinforcements following another summer storm. Funding formula. The Premier pitches a new equalization payment plan to the Prime Minister. And robo-rival, how a local table tennis champion trains with his coach who's in Asia.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Matt Woodman.
Breaking news out of Calgary tonight. Just minutes ago, police revealed they believe they have found the body of 11-year-old Parker Wells. The autistic boy disappeared nearly 2 weeks ago. Police say this afternoon a child's body was found. They say it will take significant efforts to retrieve it and confirm it is Parker. Police believe he entered a culvert in the green space on the west side of Deerfoot Trail, traveling up a pipe and into a network of tunnels on the east side of the road. Yesterday, someone contacted police saying they had found evidence and it was consistent with the clothing Parker was last known to be wearing. We'll have more on this story tonight on CTV News at 6. The city of Edmonton is cleaning up another mess left behind by a summer storm. It caused temporary road closures, localized flooding, and power outages. And with so much tree debris to clear up, Edmonton has called in reinforcements. CTV's Connor Hogg is just north of Alberta Avenue this evening, where a number of trees were knocked down. So, Connor, where's this extra help coming from?
Matt, the Battle of Alberta has definitely been put on hold for now. The city of Calgary sending crews north to Edmonton to help out. Our city has so many fallen trees to clean up, like the ones behind me, that we don't have the resources to do it ourselves. Now, all this recent weather has inspired the cities of Edmonton and Calgary to establish a temporary mutual aid agreement. Calgary forestry crews arrived today. They'll be working alongside local staff for the next week to clear debris, hazards, and eliminate potential habitats for the beetles that spread Dutch elm disease. Calgary Mayor Jeremy Farkas says more help is on the way in the coming days.
Our first deployment includes 12 certified urban forestry staff, including arborists, technical tree fallers, forestry ground crews, horticulturists, and trained laborers.
In addition to the tree cleanup, Connors Road is currently closed southbound under the northbound overpass. That area saw flooding earlier this week, and the far right westbound lane of Grote Road is closed as well. The city says some trails in Mill Creek Ravine are flooded, and ETS bus routes that use Connors Road are being detoured. The Muttart Conservatory has reopened after flooding earlier this week. And Heritage Festival returns to Hawrelak Park as we also see wet weekend weather in the forecast. The city is encouraging anyone who's planning on heading down to Hawrelak Park to make sure they check forecasts before they do so, and also says the temporary tents that have been set up for the festival are unsafe storm shelter. Matt?
All right, Connor Hogg, live just north of Alberta Avenue. Thank you. The main passport office at Canada Place is closed due to flooding from Monday's storm. You can still get your passport. Service Canada has set up a temporary passport office in the northeast corner of Canada Place while the main one dries out. Most Canadians can now renew their passports online through Service Canada. The agency says it should be delivered within 20 days. Now, on top of basements, trees, and vehicles, the storms around here are also affecting wildlife. CTV's Miriam Valdez-Carletti reports a local rescue is counting on your help to increase its intake.
While ducklings typically love water, Edmonton's stormy weather has tested their limits, leaving many orphaned and in the hands of Wild North.
The sheer volume of water and the inclement weather has sort of caused some issues with the local wildlife that we're not used to.
Ducklings have been the most popular guests, unable to adapt to the wild weather.
It can ruin their waterproofing and their ability to stay warm and dry when they're in the water, when they get all this excessive rain. For the young ones, puts them in peril, blowing babies out of nests, young birds learning how to fly.
Strong winds and water levels have pushed some animals into places they don't belong.
We had a call recently about a beaver whose pond swelled and he ended up falling into a window well, going through a screen and ending up in somebody's basement. So our rescue team was called in to try to extract a beaver from a basement here in Edmonton.
The Rescue and Rehabilitation Center says those calls are the lifeline for animals who need help.
The reality is that we only get animals brought in when people find them. And when we get this terrible weather and all this rain, there's not enough people out and about to find some of these imperiled creatures.
Wild North takes in around 4,000 animals a year. Executive Director Dale Guino says a drop in calls has led to an 8% decline for intakes.
It does worry me a little bit that we're not getting the kind of animals that we expect to. It's important we really keep our eyes open for those animals that might need our help.
The city is getting a break from the rain over the next few days, making it the perfect opportunity for Edmontonians to be on the lookout.
We always really depend on the public as a community effort. You know, we work together with the community to provide compassionate care for these guys.
He says to call Wild North before attempting to clean or rescue an animal yourself. Miriam Valdez-Carletti, CTV News, Edmonton.
New data from police shows violent crime is on the rise while non-violent crime has dropped. The Edmonton Police Service says the city's overall crime rate increased 3% in 2025. It says that climb is driven by property crime, which rose 10%. That includes shoplifting, auto theft, and mischief. Edmonton's overall crime severity dropped almost 7% last year. Police Chief Devin LaForce says while the data is useful, many crimes go unreported.
Yeah, you see, like honestly, it's difficult because again, it depends. Like the stats are only a number, right? So we're seeing like a crime rate, for example, increase in property crime, but we do know that historically it is very low reported. So I want to think of things like retail theft or somebody has like a vehicle that's broken into, and so what we're trying to do is encourage the reporting of it. So we put a lot of energy in 2025 in order to increase the reporting of crime, so that we can make sure our police officers are in the right locations.
Police say these stats help shape the Safer Edmonton strategy launched earlier this year. Canada Border Services says drugs seized at the Coots border crossing were heading for our area. Border Services made the seizure in early July. It says 400 kilograms of meth and cocaine were found hidden inside boxes on a commercial truck coming from California. The truck was heading to the town of Vilna, northeast of Edmonton. It was declared at the border as bathroom tissue. The driver was arrested and is now in RCMP custody, along with the drugs. The province has added 2 new detection dogs to help sniff out invasive species of mussels. Jane and Winnie are joining Hilo to help protect Alberta's waterways. The conservation canines work alongside watercraft inspectors at mandatory stops in the province. They have been trained to smell for mussels. They sit whenever they detect the invasive species.
We have 8,000 kilometers of pipes and canals that are moving water. If these mussels got into these interconnected systems and lakes, that's affecting our drinking water downstream, municipalities, our recreation opportunities, because they're going to just start to clog and reproduce. So the damage that these mussels could cause in Alberta, it's really immeasurable.
It's mandatory for everyone transporting boats and paddle boards to stop at inspection stations until the end of September. If you don't, you could face a $4,200 fine. The province says this year it has found 6 watercraft with invasive mussels. A local teenager is celebrating a gold medal victory at the U19 National Ping Pong Championships. CTV's Noah Rashog has more on how he trains with a coach in Sri Lanka and a robot.
15-year-old budding table tennis star Sanuka Harath is taking the Canadian ping pong scene by storm. He's just returned from nationals in Winnipeg, where he won a gold medal against older athletes.
I'm 15 as of right now, so I'm playing U19, I'm playing against 19-year-olds, so I'm always playing against people older than me.
Harath has been playing ping pong his entire life, starting at a young age in Sri Lanka.
Even though Sanuka lives here in Edmonton, his coach is a half a world away. Living in Sri Lanka, he's able to help him using advances in modern technology.
I'm 15 as of right now, so I'm playing U19, I'm playing against 19-year-olds, so I'm always playing against people older than me.
You know, and it's all about the trust and, you know, the bond we have for the last 7 years.
Speaking to us from Sri Lanka, Hastisha Samarawida says that the training method is unusual, but it's working. This ping pong machine stands in his place. Here in Canada, when he needs another person, he trains with the Edmonton Table Tennis Club under a former Olympian.
I training the younger kids. When they get improved, they're winning. Oh, I feel so happy. You know, it's like me going, sometimes I see them play out there, I'm like, they're gonna play. I'm more excited than they are. So I'm proud of them.
Harath hopes to wave the flag at the Olympics someday, and his teachers think he has the potential. Until then, early mornings, late nights, and 6 hours of table tennis training every day, rain or shine, summer or school. Noel Rashog, CTV News, Edmonton.
Well, Josh, the weather is certainly bouncing back today. Nice and sunny out there right now.
Yeah, and it looks like this dry pattern should last for another couple days. As you heard Connor mentioning earlier in the newscast, it does look wet for at least the back half of the weekend. We'll get to that in a second. 23 downtown Edmonton right now under mainly sunny skies. 22s outside the city and fairly light wind. 23 is the warmest we've been so far. I do think we'll probably get to 24, though, before the day is done. Started today at 11 degrees. Here's what it looks like outside right now with the CTV drone. Sky's been pretty clear for most of this afternoon. There was a bit of cloud cover this morning, especially sort of mid to late morning. That blasted out of there fairly quickly. And you can see it's not just blue skies here in Edmonton, but across most of central and southern Alberta. You do a little bit of shower and thunderstorm activity across the north as expected, although that's a long ways north of Edmonton. In fact, most of this north of Fort McMurray. We'll see what happens with some of these back further to the west. Fort McMurray, you might get grazed with the shower or thunderstorm before tonight is done. No showers or thunderstorms expected this evening in the Edmonton area, though. Skies will stay clear. 20 degrees at 9 p.m. We'll drop to about 12 tomorrow morning. Bit of cloud cover in the morning, and then some clearing in the afternoon, and mid-20s for a daytime high. Thunderstorms possible Saturday night, showers or periods of steadier rain on Sunday. We'll show you the weekend forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Josh, thank you. Coming up next on CTV News, laying the groundwork, how a new deal between the federal and provincial governments could create more affordable housing.
Communities like Red Deer can only grow when the infrastructure beneath them grows too.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
You're watching CTV News at 5.
A housing infrastructure agreement between the federal and provincial governments was revealed today. The deal includes plans for thousands of new homes. CTV's Curtis Goodrum has more.
She's seen more of me than her husband.
It's Prime Minister Mark Carney's third trip to Alberta this month, this time talking about a plan to accelerate housing in the province.
There were decades where across the country we didn't build enough housing. And so the average Canadian household spends more than half their income on mortgage payments.
Ottawa will spend $510 million over 8 years for Alberta's municipal infrastructure.
The water and wastewater infrastructure needed to support new housing and to help communities keep pace with growth.
This new building, put together in 10 months through federal, provincial and municipal cooperation, will provide affordable housing for 119 families.
The fact is that communities like Red Deer can only grow when the infrastructure beneath them grows too.
Red Deer's mayor says this is a big step for her community.
Our willingness to work both with the province and with the feds, I think, shows that we're in it for doors.
The Red Deer mayor says after the project is complete, it will keep its affordability status for 10 years. After that, she hopes it remains an affordable cornerstone of her community.
This agreement alone will support more than 750 skilled trades jobs.
The new agreement is just one of several shared projects between Ottawa and Alberta, including the new pipeline plan. The cooperation comes ahead of a referendum asking Albertans if they want a future vote on whether to leave Canada. The message from the Prime Minister is that the province and Ottawa have the same goal.
We're working to make the lives of our citizens better, right? Whether it's where they live, the schools they go to, the health care they receive, the opportunities they have in the province and around the world.
Under the new agreement, the province has to contribute 1/3 of eligible project costs, but will keep the lead on which projects get priority. Curtis Goodrum, CTV News, Red Deer.
The Premier also brought a new equalization payment plan to the Prime Minister.
My pitch to my fellow premiers and now my pitch to the Prime Minister is let's just get rid of that escalator. Let's equalize to the point of need, and then let's take the excess that's in that fund and distribute it back to the provinces on an equal per capita basis. That'll help us with our funding pressures. And I think it will be a demonstration that just because there's extra money, you don't just cut a check to Ontario, who clearly doesn't need it.
Smith says her government has calculated that over the last 5 years, Alberta has sent $7 billion more than it should have to have-not provinces. The two governments are expected to discuss renewing equalization before March of 2029. The owners of two Riverdale businesses are dipping into their own earnings to help other businesses downtown.
Our friends in downtown Edmonton are hurting. And if downtown Edmonton hurts, we're also hurting in the River Valley.
The owners of Little Brick Cafe and Dog Patch Pub are launching their own initiative to get more people supporting businesses downtown. Co-owner Jay Doughton says they're lucky to be in a good position, and he wants others to succeed as well. They'll be buying gift cards from several downtown places and handing them out for free.
We came up with the idea of sharing a portion of our sales with a local downtown business every week. We want to leverage our platforms. We have really strong social following. We want to engage with these business owners, have them tell their story, and share that with Edmonton.
Doughton says he's planning on doing this giveaway every week for the foreseeable future. Still to come tonight on CTV News, travel trouble when WestJet may begin grounding flights ahead of a potential strike. Josh, some more rain yesterday to add to our totals for July. We thought we might reach a record, but it doesn't look like we're going to quite make it.
No, we got about 2 to 10 millimeters of rain last night, which was not enough. Officially 4 millimeters downtown at the Blatchford station. So that brings us to 265, way above average. But I think this record is going to hold from 1901, 283. Of course, June was the wettest June on record. When you combine June and July, it's already the wettest summer ever for Edmonton by a long shot. River Valley Sky Camp, blue skies out there right now. No rain, 23 degrees. We'll end at 23 or 24 for a daytime high today. 24 in Fort McMurray, it's 21 in Grand Prairie, 24 in Red Deer. And the humidity is way down. We had some drier air sucked in behind those storms last night, so it's only feeling about a degree warmer than it reads on thermometers. No significant humidex readings. Southeast Alberta and south of Calgary still dealing with heat warnings, and this is an air quality warning from Jasper up through Hinton, Grand Cache. Some smoke from the BC wildfires blowing in. We're not expecting that to move into the Edmonton area over the next couple of days. Air quality should, for the most part, be fairly good, but in through the elbow area there, you're probably going to see some poor air quality for the next 2 or 3 days, I think. Showers and thunderstorms, as expected, way to the north. So we showed you earlier, most of that this afternoon has been north of Fort McMurray. You might get grazed with a couple of scattered showers or thunderstorms. I'm skeptical about this modeling here that has this little chance of a shower there early tomorrow morning. A lot of the time, this model does do better than some of the others at picking out these sort of outliers. None of the other model guidance, though, has anything for precipitation for the Edmonton area. So I didn't put it in the forecast. I think we'll get a little bit of cloud cover in the morning, then some clearing in the afternoon. Better chance for some showers and thunderstorms Thursday night into early Friday morning north of Edmonton. It'll start in the Peace Country late Thursday night. By Friday morning, moves off into northeastern Alberta. I think that stays north of us here in Edmonton. You've got a nice little upper ridge that's starting to be able to watch the warm air and the oranges push further to the north. So that'll push the storm track further north. And then that ridge collapses. You can see by Saturday evening, some cooler air aloft starts to come through in this upper level low. Brings back the clouds, the cooler temperatures, and good chance of some showers or maybe some steadier rain for Sunday. That's a typo, obviously. 12 degrees tomorrow morning. 8 to 12 across much of the rest of the province for morning lows. 24s, Fort McMurray, Cold Lake tomorrow. 22, 23, and cloudy skies in the northwest. Mid-20s for Red Deer and into the 30s again across the south. 12 degrees tomorrow morning. Again, a bit of cloud cover. Mid-20s tomorrow afternoon with partly cloudy skies, and then we'll call it a 20% chance of a shower or thunderstorm late Thursday night. I think all of that's probably going to stay north of us. So for the most part, dry tomorrow, dry Friday with some sunshine and a high of 27, dry for most of Saturday and close to 30, and then some storms possible Saturday evening, some showers or some rain, and 18 on Sunday. I think after Monday, temperatures will rebound nicely and a drier pattern will hold for most of next week.
All right, Josh, thank you. WestJet could begin grounding flights as early as Friday. WestJet and the union representing its flight attendants are trying to reach a new agreement. Sunday is the earliest either side could legally take job action. The two sides, though, have agreed to an operational wind down, which could see flights grounded as early as Friday. Passengers who are taking the airline's free cancellation fee offer will only receive a travel credit. An air passenger rights advocate says if people can, they should wait for WestJet to cancel their flight before making other plans.
You don't have to pay out of pocket for another flight if WestJet actually cancels the flight. Then they have to rebook you either on their own or partner airlines, or they have to buy you a ticket on a competitor airline. That's why I recommend waiting for the airline to cancel.
If a strike happens, about 75,000 passengers could be impacted every day. WestJet says it remains optimistic an agreement can be reached before the deadline. More than 10,000 federal public servants have applied for early retirement packages as the federal government looks to cut its workforce. The feds launched an early retirement program this spring. It offered eligible public servants to apply to retire with an immediate pension based on years of service with no penalty for retiring early. The federal government has approved more than 6,800 applications so far. When we return, a celebration of Canada's unique heritage sites here in Alberta.
It always has been a sacred site. It always will be.
CTV News at 5 continues.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Alberta has its share of natural wonders, 6 of them so important they were designated UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Canada marked the program's 50th year with a ceremony in southern Alberta. Head Smashed In Buffalo Jump was made a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1981. The status offers protection and global recognition. It's one of 6 sites in Alberta. It had been used by various Indigenous groups for thousands of years before European contact. It's one of the world's oldest, largest, and most well-preserved buffalo jumps in the world, and it's much more than a tourist site.
It gives us opportunity to share our way of life, but not only share, to retain it. Our young people who work here, they learn the stories, they gain a sense of identity, a sense of pride, and they share those stories with folks from around the world.
Canada is home to 22 UNESCO heritage sites. That's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Woodman. CTV News continues right now.